Ellis Automotive. As the Senate reconvenes to decide on possibly ending the government shutdown, the impacts are widespread, from food assistance programs being impacted to air travel. And as the setting government shutdown enters its 41st day, many air traffic controllers are receiving their second $0 paycheck.
Working without pay is creating mounting stress for controllers at Hartsfield-Jackson and at airports all across the country.
They must focus on child care instead of traffic flows, food for their families instead of runway separation.
Nick Daniels is president of the Air Traffic Controllers, and he's calling for immediate action by Congress to bring the shutdown to an end.
No American should ever be forced to work without a paycheck. To not pay someone for the work they have performed is un-American.
And Daniels points out that 91% of America's control towers were inadequately staffed before the shutdown began. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
Also today, the Trump administration again asking the Supreme Court to keep full food aid payments on hold. The request today is the latest in a legal fight over how the program that helps 42 million Americans buy groceries should proceed during this government shutdown. Lower courts have ordered the government keep all the money flowing. The justices are expected to decide late Tuesday whether to halt those orders amid signs the shutdown could soon come to an end. The U.S. Department of Agriculture saying that it should not be forced to use certain funds for SNAP because they may be needed elsewhere. All right, the other big story today is the extreme cold. Most places in the metro area will not get out of the 30s, says WSP meteorologist Christina Edwards. She also says you might see a snow flurry or two today, but nothing to worry about. No accumulation is expected. Warming centers are open around the metro Atlanta area as this cold air pushes through. Then we have a warm-up later in the week. Just how warm will it get? Christina will have Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast that comes your way at 12:05. You will be very careful, especially if you're driving in Cherokee, Weeda, Fulton, Fayette, Hall counties. Georgia DNR and University of Georgia researchers have compiled data to show when metro Atlanta counties can expect the peak of deer rut season. And in the metro area, it is right now.
They can be out any time of the day. This window here, this 2 weeks that we're in, is when it seems to really just crazy times of day and just deer running flat out.
And Georgia Department of Natural Resource Wildlife biologist Tina Johansson tells me that the peak is expected between now and November 16th. Deer breeding season, by the way, lasts into December. Tucker Council is weighing in tonight on proposed changes to the downtown parking rules.
You're allowed to park for up to 4 hours in the city of Tucker Main Street from Lawrenceville Highway to La Vista Road on weekdays between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Anyone in violation could face a $75 fine, according to the new proposal. Supporters say the change would result in more efficient use of parking spots, during an increase in activity when a parking space opens this week. To unveil green on Friday, it's an $8 million parking street. Cheryl Castro, 95.5.
The city of Woodstock took session tonight. E-bikes.
Our city council and staff about the justice from a former Kentucky court clerk who refused marriage license to same couples of the Supreme Court's 2015. Clark Davis had been trying to get the judge to turn a order that she pay $360,000 in damages and attorney's fee. Justice Clarence Thomas had urged his colleagues to overturn the Supreme Court's marriage decision, like they did in 2022 when the High Court overturned the right to abortion. The FDA has eliminated bias from hormone products. McCary says the warning other treatments. He says based on studies 14 and the S&P. All right, on the show.
That now, some the work can go on. Appreciate with Whitlock and traffic lights have in the Athlete Lowry there